An Arizona surprise as bipartisan support grows to expand LGBTQ+ rights. A new bipartisan bill to protect LGBTQ+ individuals from discrimination is making headway in Arizona? Democratic State Representative Amish Shah, one of the main sponsors of the bill, said, quote, "The coalition supporting this are people from so many walks of life coming together based on values of fairness and freedom for all," end quote. Episcopal Diocese of Arizona Bishop Jennifer Redall said, quote, "This bill means that every Arizonan can be viewed just for who they are, for who God made them in the image of God, and not be discriminated against," end quote. The bill has a religious exemption, but it only applies to churches, not individuals and businesses who claim their religion requires them to discriminate. What kind of a person wants to be in a religion that would require them to discriminate? That just seems like, oh, well, I'll sign up for that one. That seems like a good religion.
Go to Oakland Park and US 1.
The hate church.
I'll get you
Gotcha.
in. I know someone at the door.
Yeah.
I mean, just going back again to these, introducing all these bills, and we're seeing, this wave of bills coming out in the Republican Party against LGBTQ or, teaching about, civil rights history. I think we have to go back and say the organization that they have, we're making a joke that there's 7 states doing it. What are we doing in 7 states to fight for our rights? Do we see 7 bills being presented to protect LGBTQ+ rights? We do not see that. And the organization, this is where talking about coming together as a community and being awake of what's happening, we are not talking about it enough. I agree with you 100% now.
Yeah. On Friday, I'm going to St. Petersburg to the Florida LGBTQ Democratic Caucus Convention. And I'm going over for interviews. We're going to interview Val Deming, and we're going to interview Nikki Fried and Charlie Crist and lots of other people that are coming to speak to the LGBTQ community in Florida to say, we can win, we can win, we can win. We'll see. We'll see. And the reason on we'll see is exactly what you just said. I'm hosting a panel for the caucus, and the title of the panel that they've asked me to host is called "What the Hell is Happening in Tallahassee?" And it's an interesting subject, because if the Democratic Party doesn't stand up and introduce their own bills of protection and put them out on the line to say yes or no. Just vote. We just want to know where you sit. And especially if the LGBTQ community doesn't come out and say this is important, how can we possibly expect anything to change? And this is the focus of why white gay privilege is so important now. Because I have the least to lose this year. The least. If you are a black trans woman of color, if you're a trans woman of color, if you're a lesbian, if you are Latino, if you are a person of color broadly in LGBT, you have so much to lose. If you are a voiceless student in school, you have everything to lose. Who's going to stand up for you? And if white gay men don't, we don't have a chance. And that's what's going on. LGBTQ+ news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ+